Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about All Might versus Sakura. I decided to make this because you guys liked it a lot on Twitter. And some disagree with me, which is fine. So I've made this video to prove that she wins down to the point. Before I start this, the board to scaling is really crazy and ridiculous. So the stuff I'm about to say about Sakura is going to be unbelievable. So take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is though. So Sakura Uchiha scales to 10 to 20% of adult Sasuke. Sasuke was weakened, but he still had all his visual powers, not including the Susanoo. Sasuke used around 20 to 33% of his chakra to teleport, since he can only teleport twice before being exhausted, and he wasn't able to teleport after the fight with Shin. Shin was roughing up a slightly nerfed Sasuke in a rusty half-assed Naruto, and despite the fact that Shin had multiple Mangekyo Sharingan embedded in his head, Sakura blitzes him and one-shots him into the ground. Later on, Sakura fights Shin one-on-one and she fares fairly well, and Sasuke believes she would solo Shin's hideout. Shin bested her using his MS abilities by getting her in the arm and such. And Sasuke saves her, of course, as you know. However, if she used a ridiculous KCM level boost that the 100 healings technique gives, she would have decimated him, so adult Sakura in base scales to possibly 10 to 20% of adult Sasuke, which is not too much, but despite adult Sasuke scales up to Naruto, that is still fairly impressive. Now for All Might, who was fighting the Nomu, it was stated that it took around 300 plus punches, just about going at 100% plus throughout halfway in the fight in his weakened state while injured. But in his prime it would have taken 5 to knock it out, which is around 60 times stronger in his Chad state. Given the take, this is in his weakened state. The Nomu did have shock absorption and regeneration, but got punched so much that it couldn't regenerate and got overwhelmed, smashing it to the ground, and even created a storm from his punches that threw the Nomu hundreds if not thousands of feet in the air. To some of you that may not sound like much, but that feat in itself, to me, creating a storm from a really heavy punch is quite amazing, and this is only in his weakened state, not his prime. Now he also tanked a hit from All For One where he used a stolen quirk called the Air Cannon that was amplified 4 times with a strength enhancer by 3 times, if not stacked on top of each other, that easily destroyed multiple city blocks worth of buildings. Now mind you, these buildings could have possibly been reinforced. It could have really strong material, probably granite or something stronger, so this feat's actually quite impressive. Now it could be just regular buildings and such, but you know, take it as it is. It could go either way. That's still quite impressive to me. He was also punching All For One with his Detroit Smash that created ripples in the air while holding back, as All For One stated himself, so he wouldn't hurt the people around him from the impact, because you know, All Might's punches are incredibly powerful. Now for All For One was also holding back until he brung out his ultimate combo of quirks together, this time going all out and went at All Might, and mind you, All Might barely even had any juice left at this point and was still taking it despite it was breaking his arm. That's still quite impressive that All For One is going, you know, for the kill this time, and he was still, even with the barely any juice left inside of him, he was still taking that in. All Might, while on his last legs, did the United States Smash, you know, it's kind of asshole, on All For One that was so hard it changed the weather and it created a tornado, which is very impressive to even be in his weakest form and change the weather. It's still I find that quite impressive. It took All Might to get All For One in 5 kilometers at 30 seconds, moving at roughly 372 miles an hour. Now how did I come up with these calcs? You measure 5 kilometers going at 30 seconds, that equals right around 372 miles an hour. So just did a little bit of calcs there, which is half the speed of sound, aka subsonic speeds. If you want to wank him, he probably is the speed of sound, if you just want to state that. But anyways, Sakura moves the speed of light, if not faster as an adult. We scale at a Shin that was keeping up with Sasuke and Naruto. You know, Naruto was kind of, rusty. Still doesn't matter. That moves the speed of light, if not faster than the speed of light. That scales alongside Naruto in the warrior who dodged Madara's light thing. He shot at Naruto, which made him faster than light as a teen already. But mind you, that was only reaction speed. But it is what it is. Even with the light thing is also stated to, be light speed. So, give it or take, the light thing makes Naruto automatically faster than light if he was able to react to it. We're gonna scale it faster than light speeds, which light is 670 million miles an hour. It can be multiplied by 10. It's ranging from 670 million, which is lowball, to 6,700,000,000 miles an hour, which is extremely highball. She most likely don't even move at that speed, but that's just like highballing her, giving her the highest wink. This is massively higher than what All Might ever could keep up with, even if I lowballed her at her very lowest. We can easily say she's faster than him by a long run, just based off of scaling alone. Even if we lowball her and say she's relativistic speeds, which is around 10 to 50% the speed of light, aka 67 million miles an hour to 335 million miles an hour, or even more lowballed at hypersonic plus speeds, which is 767,269 to 6,751,669 and 669 miles an hour. She also has an impressive speed feat against Kaguya. Sakura manages to get behind her in her blind spot with her Byakugan activated. Now mind you, Byakugan can see almost 360 vision. It is like that little point in the back of the head where they can't see, so it's like 359 vision. But anyways, while she was about to get sealed by Naruto and Sasuke, now mind you, she was already concentrating on Naruto and Sasuke, and she kind of forgot about Sakura, because Sakura did state like, don't forget about me. And that's when she punches her so hard, her horn basically just broke in half. Now take it as it is, this was kind of for plot, but it is what it is. Sage 6 Paths Naruto and Sage 6 Paths Sasuke were even struggling against her, saying she's really fast, so she's really nothing to play with her speeds. But she was caught off guard. So, take it as it is. So during the events of the light novel, which happens a few years after the war arc, Sakura ends up fighting an Anbu member named Kido. Kido has his tail beast drug that gives him the consumer a pseudo 9-tails cloak, much similar to a 6-tails Naruto that fought Pain. Now imagine this 6-tailed version 2 Naruto and give it 3 extra tails in terms of power, and that's what Kido transforms into. He creates a Bijudama about a meter or so and launches it at her. She barely manages to dodge it and it hits half her body still. And it had a great impact on her body, and she then gets smacked across the forest and impaled multiple times by Kido's tails. During her activation of the 100 Healings technique, she repeatedly hits Kido in the same spot over and over again, but also healing him at the same time. She does this to the point where his cells no longer are able to regenerate and it kills him. So with this statement, what All Might did to the Nomu won't take her down so easily, and since she has 16 years with the chakra as an adult in the Boruto era, she'll keep on going in the 100 healing state, and she'll probably take him down most likely. If you want to scout at Tsunade, she caped Madara's incomplete Susanoo while impaled that not even Might Guy's Hirodora couldn't crack. Now mind you, Might Guy's Hirodora that was shaking Turtle Island, that was so big it could easily make the tail beast look small, and even Inoki, who was floating over it, was about to particle style it until, Akutsuki kicked in and stopped him. Inoki thought it was just a background how big it was, so this Turtle Island is really freaking huge. And also that Hirodora was towering over the island, so imagine how big that Hirodora was. That was really, really big. Now, since Sakura doesn't waste her chakra stored up on appearance, unlike Tsunade, she easily has more chakra by a result of this, as stated by the god himself, Hashirama. That stated that she might be more powerful than Tsunade in the war arc. Now let's hypothetically say All Might punched Madara Susanoo in its weakened state, it most likely won't crack it. Like the, Might Guy's Hirodora, which, like I said earlier, that was shaking a freaking island. So you could probably scout it up to probably small island level, if you really ask me. If you put him in his prime due to a statement about it took around 300 plus punches, while weakened to beat the Nomu, but it only took 5 in his prime, which is around 60 times stronger, just about. With this statement, we can play around with it a bit, because this is kind of headcanon at this point, honestly. But I can probably say he would do the same thing Tsunade did in 100 Healings and break Madara's incomplete Susanoo if he's in his prime. Now, stuff I'm about to say is attack potency, for example, city level or mountain level. The character can't necessarily destroy a city or anything. As an example, Naruto's base by Sengun is mountain level in attack potency but only made a dent in the ground it carries. The potential inside of it to destroy a mountain, but doesn't necessarily do it because of its size and radius. Tsunade's base kick is small town level to, city level. When she kicked at Kabuto, she was like really pissed off. That was around on that level. In 100 Healings, she was around large mountain level to small island level due to her breaking Madara's incomplete Susanoo. Now, while All Might in his weakened state is around large town to city level, estimated, in his prime I'd say he's around mountain level to small island level, which is comparable to Tsunade in her 100 Healing state. Because, it's pretty comparable in my opinion. But anyways, now Sakura in base, she's around large town level to city level in base. As we saw in the war, she punched the 10 Tails clone that was about 10 feet or taller. I'm just estimating. They're probably taller than 10 feet, and even punched the ground and made them look like ants that were at least city level. In the equivalence of the little boy nuke that blew up Hiroshima. That was 15 kilotons, and that was just lowballing it. And if you want to highball it, I'd probably say it's around the Tsar or Bomba nuke. That was the largest nuke in history to ever been detonated, which is ranging around 15 megatons of TNT, and that's 1570 times greater than the little boy nuke that, blew at Hiroshima. In 100 Healings, Sakura and the war just achieved it after years worth of training. She's about large mountain level to small island level in attack potency, just like Tsunade, if not stronger, by the statement off of Hashirama. And you put her as an adult with 16 years worth of chakra, she has a lot more chakra stored up now. With all this scaling and base, Sakura versus All Might, it may go to him, but if she activates 100 Healings, it's a GG for her for sure. Because of her insane regen, his attacks will be nullified for the most part, while Sakura also has way more power in that state, on top of her speed will have her dominate over him. Low to mid diff now in his prime, I'll say mid to high diff due to his powerful punches. Now say his attacks in prime, which is 60 times stronger, just estimating if you divide 300 by 5, you get around 60. As I stated earlier, and if he actually got to it just like he did the Nomu in its weakened state, but worse because he has way more strength now, if you were to put him in his prime and actually overwrites her 100 Healings, he might possibly get the W. But who says she couldn't do the same thing without him noticing? She could keep on hitting him in the same spot and healing him over and over, making him think that she's not doing any damage until his cells give out and he dies from a result of that, like Kido did. Cause inside the novel, that's what she did to Kido, and that was in his 9-tailed state, and she kept on doing it until his cells gave out, which killed him. So, I feel like she could do that to All Might. I feel like if he does the United States a smash on her, it would mess her up pretty bad in my opinion, due to how bad it messed up All for One. Now was he even in his Chad state? That's an estimated 60 times stronger. He might nearly one-shot her and even could take the W if she doesn't dodge that move. It could really damage her really bad. She could also use the chakra scalpel to disable his limbs, kind of like how we saw Kabuto was disabling Naruto's limbs and all that. she could very well, weaken him and then do that to him, and she punches him. Now, My Academia characters are shown to have very high pain resistance. They just keep on tanking. They can have a bad broken arm and keep on going because of their high amounts of willpower. So I don't know how good this will work on him. He'll most likely go through the pain and still try to attack even if he's greatly weakened. It will be quite a close one due to him having the equivalent of Tsunade's strength in her 100 healing state, but the speed gap is so large she wouldn't be able to keep up with it. So with all this being said, whether you guys like it or not, Sakura takes the W 3 times out of 5. There's too much against All Might that Sakura has over him, like healing herself, speed, over healing him to death like she did Kido, and possibly equal if not higher strength than him at that. I'll say she wins mid to high death in my opinion because of his insane strength alone, cause it's really no joke. Other than that, I say she wins for the most part. Tell me what you guys think of this. I was trying to be fair as possible and even downplaying Sakura as much as I could to have a chance for All Might to possibly win. Cause y'all are probably thinking I'm a Sakura fanboy who doesn't want her to lose, and that's not the case exactly. The scaling is just ridiculous for her, so she just scales much higher in certain places like speed and all that. Including she's just really tactical, because she is a ninja. Ninjas have more tacticality than My Academia characters in my opinion. She can just do so much stuff. Also, I kind of left out, she can do substitution jutsu and all that, so she really has a lot up her sleeve that All Might doesn't. If All Might could do like substitution jutsu and all that, it'd be a pretty good fight. But since he's not a ninja and she's a ninja and she knows a lot more stuff than him, I'm definitely giving it to her. That's all to talk about for today. Also, I did not forget about the All Might vs Saitama vid. I've been kind of iffy about this one, but if you guys want it, I'll give it to you. But but I'm gonna be real careful with this one because you could easily wink a character, and I don't really want to do that. So I want to get the power scaling just right. It'll come out soon though, no promises, because I know I am kind of busy making other videos and such. But anyways, it's been your boy D Balboa. I'm out.